down kita.
So swimming pools in general are a relaxing place to be, but there are also risks. The first thing I'd like to talk about is safety risk. Now, the first thing to note in a swimming pool is that it has light fixtures, as you can see across the walls. That side and this side. Now, if those lights are not properly isolated, there could be an electrical leak. And that's dangerous because you wouldn't want to go swimming inside this pool and only to find that you're getting electrocuted. And maybe by the time you realize it, it's already too late. So that's why it's very imperative that there's proper isolation for the fixture. Another thing is the chlorine concentration. Now you want to make sure that this pool has just enough chlorine to kill the bacteria, but not too much to the point that it becomes dangerous to the residents here swimming. I'm pretty sure some of us who swim inside this pool will accidentally swallow the water at some point in their lives. Another thing to note is that pump over there. Right. Now that pump's purpose is to ensure that the water is constantly flowing through the pool and is constantly filtered. Now if the filter in there is not good, then no matter how much chlorine you have in this pool, it's just going to be very dirty and it's still not going to be very healthy. And now another thing to note is the depth of the pool. If you look at the pool right now, it looks as if it's not that deep, but don't be fooled by the light refraction, because this pool really is deep. Now the one mistake that residents tend to do when they bring their children here is put them immediately in this pool. Right? For those, of course, who don't have the foresight to know that the pool is deep, so their children can potentially drown, and that's when we have this right here. But there's another thing about this place is that it doesn't actually have lifeguards. So right now the safety of the children for these residents will depend on the parents. Instead, what the children can do is they can swim in this. That is, of course, if you're a small child, but if you're big enough, then this pool is pretty much fine.
And rain.
So another kind of risk that you can associate with the swimming pool is the property risk as well. Now, one of the property risks that we could notably look at is that pump right there. Now, I may have mentioned it previously in terms of safety, but in terms of property, that pump has to be in good working order because you wouldn't want the pool's water to be stagnant. There's nothing more unhealthy than swimming in a stagnant pool.
The facilities must also be in good working condition, otherwise residents will face an injury risk.
Oh no!
This is this thing. Oh my god.
No, only that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god.
Actually, we take it.
Look at that.
In analyzing the risk, there are two aspects that are taken into account, which are the frequency and severity of the risk. Frequency of loss measures the number of losses in a given period of time, while the severity measures the magnitude of loss per occurrence. For example, like mentioned by Tariq just now, the cases of excess chlorine in the pool happens once or twice every year. Therefore, it can be said that the accident does not happen frequently, as the number of cases reported are not high based on the probability. Due to that, it can be said that the frequency of risk is still in control and can be further controlled if proper precautions are taken. In addition to that, we also have found another risk, which was property risk. So, if there's any loss incurred, they also incur high cost in repairing and maintaining their asset, such as the pool, the chairs, the umbrellas and all the other facilities they are provided. Therefore, it can be said that even though the losses does not occur frequently, but once if it occurs, it can give a big impact to their business in terms of the cost incurred.
Based on the first risk, that is safety risk, we have found two risk methods. There are loss control and the loss financing. Under the loss control, that means that action that can be reduce the expected loss of cost of losses by reducing the frequency of losses or the severity of losses that occur. In addition, for example, just now my friend Tari have briefed you all about the electricity, about the lighting. So, in order to reduce the risk, the maintenance or the management should do the regular checkup at least once or twice a month, so that there are no any electricity leakage. The second was about the chlorine. There should be no excess chlorine in the pool water. The third one was the diving. The diving method should be in a proper and should follow the procedure. Should not jump from it. You can injure yourself. Okay. Alright. The second risk method that we can find in the safety risk is the loss financing. These methods are used to obtain funds to pay for and offset losses that occur. For example, the retains the obligation to pay the part of the hey, why you? I can't see that brother.
Okay, again. Again.
The second risk method that we can find under the safety risk is the loss financing. Under this, the method used to obtain funds to pay or offset losses that occur. For example, in these situations, retains the obligation to pay for part of the losses. For example, the management or the maintenance should retain the obligation to pay of full compensation if there are any that occur due to the risk of safety from their side, or pay part of the medical expenses for those who are injured. There are one risk method that we should implement it. There is internal risk reduction. That means the method that allows individual and the businesses to reduce the risk by transferring it to another entity. One of the forms that can be used is investment in information. This is done to obtain the superior forecast of expected losses or accurate estimates. For example, the users or the residents should be responsible for the property that has been given from their management. They should be more conscious in using that in the proper manner, so that there will be no any damages for the property. Okay? And now it's time for
In terms of implementation, the first risk method, which was loss control, could actually be implemented by the management increasing the amount of time maintenance or physical checkings, just to make sure that the school is in working condition. And actually, the second implementation of the risk method has already been implemented by the management of this swimming pool, because it's already stated in the 11th point that no lifeguard is on duty and that the management accepts no responsibility for all these things right here. So the residents who use the swimming pool essentially use it at their own risk. In which case, I am the resident and I have to look over these two buffoons. Nah, I'm just kidding.
They know dialogue all lah.
then I do what?
Just go like
Then my so red lah.
Don't give any awards all lah.
Okay, just go ni lah.
Let's just go inside.